great stuff.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say that there's 15 people in the race room right now, and we're getting started, so...
Yeah, we still have Silver Star. We still have Jackson, who did really well in the last race as well. Got beat some of our restream runners. Melania is still in there. Classic James is still in there. We still have a lot of people in there who can beat any of these guys on this stream as well. These are just 4 of the top runners in the run for this particular qualifier. Fifth qualifier is 6, now underway. Yoshi's Island 2.
Yeah, let's see if one of our runners can get the famous 361.
And just a reminder to everyone, this is the no Star World category. This is going to be, it's any percent warpless, as other categories might call it. You stay out of the Star Road, you make your way to Bowser in the fastest route possible. You throw some Mecha Koopas at that lizard, he drops you the princess who has been stolen again, and it's a real great time. In about 35 minutes, we will see all sorts of great action. And if you are interested in being part of this tournament, there is still plenty of time to get your 3 qualifying races in. If you put in !SMW, we got a schedule, the Discord, there's a prize pool, the bracket, all sorts of cool stuff. So if you're interested, just take a look. It'll be great.
Yeah, going to be a lot of great qualifiers still coming up here today. So make sure you stay tuned for the next qualifier after this as well when we're done this. And we're going to have more qualifiers overnight. We'll talk about that later on, though. Right now, we've got a race here to look at. And we have runners all getting a 259. So these guys are right on pace with each other today.
And I was so ready to put in my 258. Our run is going through Yoshi Island 3 right now. 4, excuse me.
Oh, did Mostly die on that shell jump?
Yes, yes, that is correct. We're mostly having to start the level again.
That is so. Everyone went for a shell jump, and usually, if you don't go for a shell jump, the best thing to do is crush that shell. I guess that's one. Have we seen that yet in this tournament? I don't know if that's been seen yet.
We haven't seen it tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very rare, but every once in a while you can just die to the shell jump, and it's, gosh, I don't know how one would feel about that, really.
Everyone coming into the doors with a 281.
Yeah, my flash crashed for a moment, unfortunately, so I didn't see it. So I'll have to go back and get that later to see what happened. But death by shell jump is really something you don't see very often.
And mostly also getting the 281.
Now there was some swag attempt right there by Seathorn on the Crusher. And Louis just gets rid of the mushroom because who needs a mushroom?
And our 3 runners getting in with a 241 time, defeating Iggy, going into Donut Plains.
Yeah, it's very optimal looking Iggy's castle from all 3 of them.
Mostly also getting out with a 241.
Very nice kill from Mostly as well, yeah.
Yeah, that was very optimally done. Right now, the runners are proceeding through Donut Plains 1. They all got their cape. They all got to the air as quickly as they possibly could, so they could fly as fast as they could through this stage. They seem to be going at a very similar pace here, so they should all be dropping shortly onto the key to then put in the lock, just like that, and that, and that.
Yeah, and so we're seeing 262s and a 61 at the end there. That just means there's a slight difference in their flight speed. For those of you without much knowledge on the cape mechanics in this game, when you take off, your speed oscillates between 47 to 51. And as you are flying, if you tap to the right, you can try to adjust the flight speed to be the fastest.
We see all of our runners successfully getting the shell right there.
Mm,
But Louis, for some
almost.
reason, not coming out of the pipe with the shell.
Yeah, it looks like Louis, he spun the shell. He didn't quite grab it, but he decided to say, not worth it to go back for it.
And mostly, unfortunately, losing cape to the
Ooh.
shell and dry room here.
That is unfortunate.
So we got Fitz running up right now, coming out with a 252. He'll be the first one to go into Ghost House. Well, Seathorn is also really close to him.
Most SMW does grab the P-switch and is doing his swimming with the P-switch now. He is going to be last to go into the Ghost House.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes back for the cape or if he decides to go on capeless.
It will be interesting to see because I know we did have, I think it was Cujo in here earlier, and he showed off the straps to do a lot of the stages without the cape. He did the whole run capeless. In fact, very nicely done for that. Calco, I was getting the name wrong. Okay.
No, I know Cujo is as well. He's also a very good player at other games. I don't know if he plays SMW though.
Sorry, I was thinking the wrong name. My mistake.
No worries. It does look like he's going on without that cape, so we're going to see some interesting strats from him in the next couple of stages.
Now, how comfortable is he going to be with doing this level with just a Firefly? This is going to be very interesting to see. These are such scary strats.
Really natural to him.
Ooh.
These are such scary strats, but he's doing okay so far with them. He stops for the cape just as a safety. Stops for the cape.
Now he's going to take off here, finish it up with a flight. Very well done, mostly.
So we're not going to get to see the entire level capeless. He stopped to get the cape in the middle, and for him, that's probably a very good idea because those strats, I saw them 2 races ago, and oh my, are they scary.
They're scary, they're difficult, they look really cool when you pull them off, but in a race situation, you probably want to keep to something a little safer.
Exactly.
Turtle wins the race. Alright, so let's see if one of our players can get the Morton fly.
2 of our runners got up very quickly, and Fitz is slightly behind on that. Most SMW is just going to be trying that next.
Yeah, getting that flight to get up that room is actually much harder than it looks.
It is. It's very hard.
It's very hard, and if you bounce off that thwimp, sometimes it'll mess up your flight. If you take off even slightly too early, that can mess it up. It's kind of tight, so...
Very clean by Seathorn there, by the way.
Yes.
357. Wow.
Really impressive.
And not even mention that mostly SMW did also make that clip, and he's trying to, or that flight rather, and he puts the spring in the wrong spot. He's going to lose time here.
Question from chat, is running speed faster than flying speed? In general, flying will always be faster because you can either avoid the terrain that you would have to platform over, or and because running oscillates 47 to 49, where flying you can get up to a 51 speed.
And Louis gets up to the cape hole very quickly. The cape keyhole, I should say, very quickly. So is Seathorn. Before him, they're both going into Vanilla Secret 1, one of those very vertical stages to go through. Louis and Seathorn are literally keeping pace with each other right now. Very good to see here.
Looks like mostly it's just one level behind, and let's see if you can get this flying strat. Even bringing the trampoline.
Yeah, so now we're going to see our guys flying over the top here, up in the high mountain parts of Dinosaur Land.
You're on what ground?
And so while these guys fly over the Yoshi food, quick reminder, this bracket is still open. You can still enter. You can still join in on any of the races. We still have one more tonight. We have plenty happening. Wee hours of the morning, tomorrow/tonight, depending on your time zone. We've got races happening Wednesday and Thursday as well. So you're curious about it, you give it a look. Carrick just dropped in the command, !SMW. Also has the schedule, the Discord, everything there. So whether you want to join, you just want more info, just take a look there.
Our runner's getting some good times on Vanilla Secret too.
Most SMW taking the opportunity to collect some of those coins in the arrows. And all 4 runners are going to be on the Vanilla Fortress right now. And mentioned in an earlier race, but why would Bowser build a castle fill it with water? I don't understand why he needs an aquarium.
Yeah, you know, at first you'd think, well, he does have all these fish, but then you realize, wait, all these fish are just actually fish skeletons, so it still doesn't really make any sense.
Off Resnor.
There must be something in that water.
So we have a good kill from
Louis.
Louis.
Leading the race right now. A couple seconds ahead of Louis, and Fitz just coming in right after them.
Yeah, and mostly is only about a room behind him.
Mostly SMW got the Thwomp skip. Thwomp despawn.
Quickly seen there as our runners are going into our favorite auto-scrolling stage.
Get your Resident Sleepers in chat, everyone, as we're going to be on this stage for about a couple minutes here. Louis is using the cape strats, just tap left and stay in the air.
That's how you win this game.
Pretty much. And I decides to go for a 1-up.
Because why not?
He goes for 3-up.
Bringing the shell here. Hopefully we're going to see some nice dupe strats.
Yeah, so this level is very tricky, not because it's necessarily a difficult level, but just because it's so long and it moves so slow that very easy to just, you know, let your mind wander for a couple minutes and accidentally have a mishap. We've seen it where some people have spun on these turn blocks. When you spin on those, they break. And I don't think we can really see this in No Star World, but in other categories, it's possible to despawn some of the platforms, making it very difficult, if not impossible, to actually progress. But it looks like our runners are getting through. Very little issue. Fitz grabbing that fly out of the pipe. Got a vine block from Louis.
Okay, so now we're back in the regular speed, which is just fast. And Seathorn is doing flight, so is Louis. And so is Fitz.
And mostly is almost getting out of the bridge.
And both of our top runners getting a
Line block was indeed
263. Both of our top runners getting a 263. Fitz getting a 262 on the Butterbridge 2.
It looks like mostly hit those clouds. You're gonna have to take off again. Lose just about a second or so. We're gonna see our other guys getting in the first room of Ludwig. Lots of dive bomb and spin jump strats. Then we're gonna see room 2 taking cape from all 3 of these guys even.
Yep. And mostly SMW is now almost going into the castle. Some impressive jumping by Seathorn.
As these are very good fences for all these guys. And Seathorn's out. Louie's out.
Louis gains a couple seconds on that stage as well. He got 245 compared to 243 for Seathorn.
Mostly SMW also getting the flying strat in the second room. And going into the fight as he shoots 2 fireballs and hits Ludwig von Kuppe on the head to finish this castle. Here we go, we got Seathorn starting Force of Illusion 1 right now. Oh, and unfortunately
Seathorn
falling.
takes a death. Louis is going to take the lead off of this one.
Yeah, let's see how Seathorn is going to pick this up after falling, unfortunately.
He grabs the cape at the maximum height he can, so it doesn't delay him as he grabs the cape.
Louis also unfortunately dying.
Ooh, but further in the level, that's going to put Seathorn and Fitz together near the front of the level.
Fitz going for the same strat, but successfully getting it. Goes for the wings. Gets
Second
it off.
try. Second try.
Finishes the stage pretty fast.
They're about a couple seconds apart there. Seathorn and Fitz are both together a couple seconds apart.
So have we seen FOI wings tonight, guys?
We have seen it a couple of times. We've seen a good number of P-balloons as well.
And Fitz getting the Yoshi clip there.
So did Seathorn, both on the first try. So they're both still in neck and neck pace with each other here.
And
Louis going back for Yoshi because of obviously he wants to do Yoshi clip as well.
And it looks like mostly got that wings first try, and now he's heading in as well. So it looks like everyone's pretty much caught up to each other. We're all within a level now.
And mostly not getting the Yoshi clip. Going for the other side.
I'm actually surprised to see Louis being the last one to enter this stage because he had to go back for the Yoshi.
Oh,
that was close.
Yeah, unfortunately,
unlucky.
Okay, he gets in.
Also getting the clip.
He gets in, yep.
Alright, looks like Seathorn and Fitz are really neck on neck.
Yeah, and mostly is right on their tail too.
But we're gonna find out how Roy Flying treats them tonight.
Welcome to Castle 5, the Flight of Lava.
Or the shame train.
That too.
Looks like Seathorn and Fitz have not too much trouble. Ooh, Fitz to get that there. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, commentator curse. I'm so sorry, Fitz. I don't even think that's the
Seems to be
first
going
time
back
we've
to
seen
FY1,
that particular thing
and,
tonight.
Seathorn just defeated Roy, so it looks like Seathorn's taking the lead right there.
Yeah, clear lead at this point.
We got mostly trying to attempt Roy Fly right now. And it seems he gets it.
And he gets the cape, puts on the fire flower, and realizes that was a mistake and puts on the cape again.
We also
And
got
leaves.
Louis flying through Roy's castle right now, which doesn't seem to be a problem at all for him.
Nope, he's fine.
He did lose Peaceby there.
I think this is a
Very
good
scary
example.
with the never shoots.
Good example to everyone. Mistakes happen to everyone. Doesn't matter how good you are. Every once in a while, there will always be just that one little thing. And Fitz has recovered from it pretty nicely, I would say.
Yeah, it likes he's going into the Roy fight right now.
First try. And Seathorn established now as the clear leader in this particular qualifier, at least for these four. Currently flying through, some stage we don't know because we don't get to see any of it. But it's Chocolate Island 1.
Yeah, it looks like Seathorn is one complete level ahead of mostly SMW. We got Louis going into Chocolate Island right now, and Fitz is almost ready with the cutscene.
Oh, Louis has to go back.
Louis,
to
unfortunately.
Yeah, Louis hit that. Is that a dino or a rhino?
That hits again. A dino rhino.
It's a dino rhino.
I think they're called dino rhinos, yeah.
Yeah, so
whatever it is, the rhino has its day.
So Louis is going to go for the small strats through here. Which are definitely interesting to watch.
He makes it look easy.
Drops the pow as he comes out of the pipe and just finishes the goal, staying small.
Seathorn going into Chocolate Island 2 right now.
Fitz grabbing that spring swag cape.
Oh, and mostly getting a very impressive door right there. In the Chocolate Ghost House. Louis is gonna keep pushing out those small strats. Also getting the quick door right there.
That was very scary looking.
Yeah, Fitz got it too. And Louis getting a nice jump on the boost there.
Fitz getting flight through that door.
Seathorn also going into the next room. The key in this room is that once you get P-speed and you start falling, you fall at a very, very high speed, as you can see now on Seathorn's screen. Oh, also Louis having to slow down there for a bit to make sure he's not gonna fall into the pits there.
He's still good for pipe time for the 250, but yeah, he did have lose a few seconds. Oh, there's even more time now. Oh my, that's definitely.
That room is very tricky when you're small only. You got those 3 chucks at different heights throwing baseballs at you while you're trying to go through.
We got Seathorn already going into Wendy's castle, as he has a pretty big lead in this race right now.
Well, it's a massive lead at this point. The closest is most SMW, who is 1 stage behind on Chocolate Secret. The other 2 are actually, it looks like Fitz is behind mostly SMW on Chocolate Secret, running 3rd of our restream runners right now. Louis is just getting there right now.
Seathorn getting a nice crusher skip and going into the next room right now. Oh,
another
unfortunately getting hit again.
And another hit from the Chucks. Those Chucks just really don't seem to be liking Louis today.
They're getting even. Too many fast runs. Time to get even.
Mostly also getting the Crusher skip. And Seathorn just defeated Wendy. As he's the first one to go into the sunken ghost ship. And mostly now starting the Wendy fight. See if Fitz gets the Crusher skip. Here we go.
Ding. Ooh.
And Fitz getting a nice cycle on the current room in Wendy's castle. And Louis also going into Wendy's castle right now, as Fitz just defeated Wendy, and mostly is just waiting for cutscene to run out.
And the continuing quality of discussions on continuing discussion on castle construction quality. All they do is use a broom and the castle disappears.
We're gonna see if Seathorn gets the first despawn and going for the damage boost to get through the second row ring.
Damage boost, and yeah, Seathorn not as far ahead as we made it sound earlier. He is only one room ahead of Seathorn right now, but it is a water room, and that water room is a very slow room as a result, because there's nothing you can get to speed through that room. And we are about to start making sounds about shiny green objects again.
Yeah, so all you at home, definitely say it along with us. We got to do this as a group.
Orb. One shiny orb. Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, so get all your orbs ready, chat. Just like that. Let's just blow chat up with orbs. Because we're about to see a lot of them. Now mostly he's getting ready to grab his.
And Louis is getting ready to enter the sunken ghost ship as well.
3, 2, 1.
Orb. Seathorn having a good Bob 1.
And just a quick shout out for the tier 1 sub from Synac. 20 months in a row he's been subscribed to Speed Gaming. Thank you so much for that continued support.
And thank you for the orb message with it.
Orb.
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 Orb?
Seathorn tries to fly.
You know, you say it with the question, and I actually kind of wonder, would that be more appropriate since the orb just has a question mark on it?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Orb?
But it looks like I missed it for Fitz, so orb?
Oh, sugar.
And then, of course, we have chat going, bro?
Bro.
Rob?
Oh, Fitz unfortunately losing cape to the
Yeah, the Mega Moles are very unforgiving. They have kind of weird hitboxes because of their size.
They have swords as for noses.
All right, so it looks like Louis is about to grab his. So let's get ready, chat. Let's blow it up.
Get out of here. Orb.
Orb.
4 shiny green orbs. Ah, ah, ah.
All right, so all our guys have made the big Bowser head appear out of the ocean. They're now in Valley of Bowser. I still don't quite understand how that magic works, but we're just going to go with it. It's Dinosaur Land.
Definitely. So Seathorn scrolling his screen to the left a bit so he can skip the crushers here.
And it looks like Fitz grabbed that secret cape.
I wonder if Fitz is going to go for a sandbar clip here. It looks like he's just going to run for it like this.
And Louis just became part of a Mega Mole sandwich. Trying to get through Rod 1.
He's having a hard time with this run. By the way, speaking of Mega Wolf sandwiches, those can be very delicious sometimes.
Yeah, you're making me hungry. And Seathorn just defeated Reznor, so he is going to be the first one going into Bowser's castle. Taking the back door to quickly skip to the boss fight here. Dark Room can be tedious, though.
I will say one of the bigger bummers for me about this category is there's no Bowser's Castle, because there's all sorts of cool things that can be seen in there. As far as, you know, room 2, room 5, room 7.
Mostly getting some nice strats over here.
Yeah, I think that was an accidental cape flight, so he had to improvise on the fly to get through there safely.
It takes quite the reaction speed to quickly adjust your flying speed like that, so that was a really impressive move.
So we have Seathorn on the Bowser fight, mostly SMW behind him going into the Bowser fight shortly. Fitz is still working on the Valley Fortress, and Louis is way back on Valley of Bowser 2. He is the best time of these 4 runners, but he's just been having a very difficult time with some of the deaths he's had on this run.
Yes, this run's certainly not been agreeing with him like the others have.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day. See if Seathorn gets the bowling ball skip here.
And unfortunately, we don't get to be graced by Fitz Fly, the crazy scary flying strat by the Madman Fitz himself. He is in the Bowser fight. Mostly is in the Bowser fight. Seathorn's in the Bowser fight. All at different points.
Louis going into the fortress right now. Let's see how he tackles his first part. Looks like he safely passes the crushers.
And Seathorn should be finishing any moment here. Just needs one more hit, and he will be done. There it is.
Time.
And time. Get your GGs in chat again for Seathorn 74 with a first place finish. 33 minutes and 27 seconds. And so it looks like let's see. It looks like mostly SMW is the next one of our restreamers who looks like he did get ball skip. He is going to be entering third phase right now.
Louis just finishing up on the Reznor.
And meanwhile, Silverstar 6609 gets second with a time of 33 minutes and 56 seconds. Get your GGs in for Silverstar, who we've seen several times on the stream already today.
GG.
We also have our boy iTabs coming on in third place with a 34:26 time on the SRL.
A little early, we're just getting to that point right now. Mostly SMW actually finishes as well, 1 second behind him with a time of 34 minutes, 27 seconds. And get your GGs in chat for Fitz. 33:42 is his official time.
Yeah, these have been some spectacular runs.
Very good runs. And if you thought that was a good one, we still have one more coming up. We're going to have another chance for these runners to show off their skills and try to improve their ranking, even if it's just slightly in some cases in the qualifiers.
And not just that, but that also means we got one more chance this session for anybody in chat who's curious about this to join in.
Yes, you can all join in. If you have the ability to stream and you can show what you're doing, then you're free to participate. Join in the next race. And Mike the Homestar just put in the SMW command with more information on that.
Alright, so Louis going into the third phase of Bowser here. As I see, a couple of more racers have finished as well.
Let me see if we
Louis
can cover
getting
those here.
the bounce skip.
So looking at the finishes you just mentioned, Shady Force came in 6th place at 35.10. Mystic King came at 35.20 in 7th place. We have Louis now finishing in 8th place at 36.27. Right behind him, Dunko Gotik in 9th place, 36.33. Get your GGs in there for all of these runners. And Venom Play also just coming in. We're kind of in the future now because we don't have any other runners to go by, but Venom Play does come in 10th place at 37.18. So, again, get your GGs in chat for all of these runners. We do have, I think, a couple more runners still going here. Rems just finished 11th place, 37.34.
Yes, very impressive times by our runners here. We've been seeing quite a couple of 33-minute times this week already. And I'm actually wondering if maybe someone's going to get closer to world record in these qualifiers.
It's possible, very well possible.
It's very possible. We actually came really close. I believe it was last night or maybe the night before where we saw Meba. I believe the exact amount of time between his PB and what his race was 0.4 seconds.
Wow.
So, yeah, he had a 32.54. So we're going to see some impressive stuff happening throughout this tournament, whether it's in races, whether it's runners just doing runs on their own or in practice. There's going to be a lot of shift up happening.
And it'll be absolutely incredible if we can get that in a race as well. So stay tuned. When runners have to lay it on the line in a race, you may see some chances taken, and you may see some really amazing things happen here.
Yes, we have 2 more racers in the room right now.
And they got the last room in the chat right now, so we'll get in there and we'll start monitoring that one when it starts. Meanwhile, Classic James did finish in 12th place with 38.55. Get your GGs in chat for Classic James. And we still have Demon Battler racing here, but I think he's the last one.
I see we have Demon Battler still in the room right there too.
And just a quick reminder for all you, Speed Gaming is partnered with Vi.GG for this. So if you are outside the US, you can get 20 free euros to gamble with. You can try you can bet on your favorite runners. You can do it in the qualifier matches, any of the tournament races. So if that's something you're interested in, there's the bets command. Drop that in. All the info you need is right there.
And Fitz is getting some practice in before the next run. It looks like Lee might be getting some practice in as well after the trouble he had on Chocolate too in that race. So he's trying to do it small and get some practice in doing it small.
Also getting some messages from Silverstar in the Discord here, who's PV pace run, getting sandbar but still missing the cycle.